It looked like pretty much everything bad that could happen to Patty was. And I don't just mean bad things. Not friendly relationships ask the doorman to come in. It's not a game of dominoes.
The thing that's so full of shit about Diddy's apology to Cassie is that even after Diddy settled the lawsuit with her, he still put out a statement denying all the allegations, right? Like, you're like, oh, I'm sorry for this on this video. Like, are we going to talk about when you put out a whole statement about how lying on your character, like all these vicious lies to disparage you? Meanwhile, here you are in 4K doing this. So what are you talking about? Well, you so sorry, you working to be a better man. No, you're not working to be a better man, because just the other day, according to you, you were already a good man and everybody was lying on you and attacking your character. So what is this? What is this? What is this?
Everyone wants Diddy to be held responsible for his crimes, from his weak apologies when the surveillance video of him and Cassie got out to his sudden exit after the child trafficking case.
And our next guest has been sounding the alarm on the rapper for 25 years and says that his apology means absolutely nothing. In December of 1999, Diddy was with his then girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, outside a Manhattan nightclub. There was a fight. Shots were fired and multiple people got injured. Natanya Rubin was shot in the face. She was taken to the hospital. Diddy was acquitted on 2 counts of criminal possession of an unregistered gun and attempted bribery. Natanya told me she would have the bullet fragments taken out of her own face if it meant that she could finally prove that it was Diddy who shot her. I talked with her moments ago to get a reaction to the now viral assault video. Here's what she said.
I was disgusted. I was disgusted at a very deep place, first and foremost, because it validated everything we already knew and suspected. You know, it just made it clear and defined in a way that no one could deny. I was very saddened for Cassie because she had to be re-victimized by this thing being presented. It has zero value to me. First and foremost, it is the classic scripted publicist apology. I take accountability. I was disgusted. I went to rehab. I mean, how many times have we heard this narrative through the annals of time whenever a celebrity gets caught doing something or someone notable gets caught? It's the same narrative. Secondly, it carries no weight to me because he never apologized to Cassie directly. It was all about him. I'm disgusted. I hit a hard time. It was all about him.
The apology sounds very staged and self-centered, barely mentioning Cassie and the abuse she endured, according to Natalie Rubin, who claims that Diddy shot her at the 1999 nightclub shooting. That's not the only problem with it. This Twitter user says that some people think the video wasn't even taken recently. Diddy seems to have filmed the video at his Star Island mansion, but he hasn't been back since the raids. So it makes you wonder if the video was made before the raids to see if Diddy knew what was going to happen, or if he used his secret network to get away.
Not hysterical, not frantic, not anxious, not fretful, but steady in the storm. Looks bad, looks tough, but remain steady.
After the FBI raided his house and found a huge network of underground tunnels, Joe Rivers sent an unasked-for report about himself using a tunnel visual with TD Jakes narrating. This made people even more suspicious about what was going on.
And this is the beginning of the end for him. I'm praying for her safety and security. There were always rumors going around about him mistreating Cassie for years. The singer Cassie in a lawsuit says that Mr. Combs, also known as Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, controlled and abused her for 10 years. Mr. Combs strongly denies the allegations. In response, Puff Daddy's lawyer said the following: Cassie has been pressuring Mr. Combs for the past 6 months, demanding $30 million, or else she'd be writing a damaging and tell-all book about Sean Puffy Combs and their relationship. He says that it clearly shows the singer Cassie is only out to blackmail him. I can only imagine what Kim Porter went through as well. Diddy is in fact the devil. His secrets and skeletons are all coming out the closet now. I believe Cassie.
The saddest part about all of this is that these tunnels were utilized for truly horrible crimes, such as the trafficking of children and young women.
Through the garden area, and employees led us to underground tunnels. We had to take an elevator and stairs. We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel. The entrances and the exits are in your face, but there's no way that you can just walk through tunnels. You'll get stuck. You'll go deeper and deeper, and you won't be able to come back out because it's hard, because the tunnels run all different directions for miles and miles and miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to be led in and out. I think people assume that when you get underground, it's just this dirt, and you keep going deeper and there's more dirt, and then there's cages of children. No, that's not how it works. There's cities underground, there's warehouses underground, there's actual homes underground. People build these tunnels, and they've built them for decades. There's a lot, and elite celebrities, they go down there for parties. I
just want to keep my promise to some of my friends.
Carter Ally, a survivor of Hollywood's satanic sex rights and sex trafficking, talks out about how she was sold into trafficking through foster care back in 2020. Ally claims that she was a victim of sex trafficking for a considerable amount of time, and that she saw prominent figures, including Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, and Joe Biden, take part. She continues, listing Jay-Z, Beyonce, and many others. She claims to have seen subterranean tunnels at Buckingham Palace, the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, California, and several other places. Please like, subscribe, and share this movie.
That this information I kind of kept to myself because I know that some people know about this but are not sure. Underground tunnels are very real. Underground life is real. So
if you think that's impossible, consider this. Ally Carter is a young woman who was trafficked and brought to the houses of famous people like Diddy, where she was helped to commit crimes in broad open without anyone seeing.
I'm a psychic medium, so I actually, every time I walk past his house, and obviously the Playboy Mansion's right there, and we know about the tunnels that connect from the Playboy Mansion.
To here?
I'm sure they connect here. Why wouldn't
they? There are places that connect, so what kind of energy? What kind of energy are you picking up?
There's just darkness. I mean, it's in general, I've always had weird feelings on this street.
Yeah.
The Playboy Mansion's down there. So I always thought it was the Playboy Mansion. It wasn't until probably a year ago that I realized this was Diddy's house.
What's even more unsettling is that this psychic medium in its entirety visited Diddy's house following the raids and felt the evil energy there right away. This is likely due to more than just the caves, as there were other events that took place there as well.
Mentioned other people platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. Right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember, Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
I have information from Diddy's former bodyguard, who was there for all of the rapper's crimes, which included child abuse and grooming. As horrible as it sounds, the truth is that Hollywood is involved in this catastrophe.
She met Jay-Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then that's what his age was.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out to our audience that Jay-Z having sex with a minor would make that child rape because she was underage at the time. And then furthermore, the fact that he took her from one state to another state, I imagine would be in a violation of state trafficking laws.
Wow.
So moving forward,
not only did he have a taste for young ladies, but his old friend Jay-Z is also said to have had several affairs and children with minor girls, all of which were put an end to by threats of violence or money.
Thanks for coming to see us. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Ashton, thank you for dropping the mic with me earlier.
The outcome, I'm not sure I think it was rigged. I'm feeling but I learned how to do this in his studio. I don't even he's like my coach. And then he said, no, you're dead. You lose.
No, Ivan Drago wins. Yeah.
It's awful.
When did you first meet?
I gave him a call one day and I said, I heard that you are going to punk me and I just don't think that's a good idea. Tell a story.
I'm pretty sure that's not the way you said it. I don't think that's a good idea. Is that what you said?
Following the lawsuit, Diddy's close pal Ashton Kutcher's name has appeared, and he may be the next well-known person to be revealed for all their nefarious deeds.
But you may not believe what went on under it. Playboy magazine reports it has just discovered blueprints for a network of tunnels beneath the mansion. Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty,
Watch yourself, all right?
James Caan, and Kirk Douglas. A photo from the late 70s allegedly showing an excavation in progress beneath the mansion. Check out the bunny logo on the plywood wall. Best of all, the blueprint. This one to Jack Nicholson's. This one to Kirk Douglas's.
Presently, it's hard to think that Diddy could be one of the Hollywoodalites when his home is only 8 minutes away from Hugh Hefner's famous Playboy Mansion, which has been shown to have underground tunnels linking to its residences.
School case in Manhattan Beach, California. The children there claimed there were tunnels under the school, up into the trap door of a bathroom in a triplex next door, placed in automobiles, and prostituted in the community. 3- and 4-year-old children before they entered kindergarten. That they were flown into the mountains where they were involved with adults in robes, black robes, chanting candles. And in checking into this and researching this, of course, this was obviously a satanic ceremony. The grandmother was acquitted, hung jury on Ray Buckey. The second trial, another hung jury. 1990, to gain control of the school.
If you don't believe it, this extensive network of subterranean tunnels is utilized by Hollywood's most important individuals to carry out various bizarre rituals for their personal benefit and enjoyment. According to retired FBI Special Agent Ted Gunderson, there were tapes stolen from the White House a few years ago that showed how dead bodies and children are taken out of the building in the middle of the night. There were also reports that there were subterranean tunnels throughout Washington, D.C.
It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me, one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because,
I was gonna ask you that.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
Former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker. Chris, great to have you on the show. I mean, the big headline there is kind of what we want to get into you with, because it is now been confirmed this is a sex trafficking case, but Sean Combs is not the target. Boy, he sure looks like the target, though, Chris. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, apparently HSI is leaking out a lot of information, and you're right. It looks like there's a very significant sex trafficking, human trafficking investigation underway. And it looks like it's coming out of the HSI Division of International Organized Crime, or something along those lines. So it looks pretty significant. Got 2 major search warrants, a lot of process around those search warrants, a lot of kitted out tactical people raiding those 2 locations. So it looks like a lot of drama around all this. And you know there's enough probable cause, because you don't get search warrants without strong probable cause, that there is at least a human trafficking, sex trafficking ring at work here.
Comedian Cat Williams was the only person who tried to expose Diddy and his collaborators for their heinous crimes prior to all of this coming to light. Although everyone at the time dismissed him, it's clear that all of his claims have come to pass.